Diablo 3 on Xbox One was both my introduction to the franchise and one of my favourite cooperative experiences of the past 10 years. With Diablo 4 still a ways off, the idea of Immortal's briefer interim experience sounded great. And despite the turbulent announcement
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah.
and the divisive launch, the promise that my friends and I could quickly drop into a dungeon from anywhere sounded incredibly enticing. So why are all my friends now reinstalling Diablo 3? I commenced my Hellbound journey the comfiest way I knew how, relaxing on a couch with my phone mounted to an Xbox controller. The opening hours were nothing to write home about. Get some basic gear, kill some basic enemies, unlock some basic abilities, ARPG stuff.
Glad you came along when you did.
What I was surprised by, however, was the level of polish on what was a free mobile game. It ran smoothly, the controls were snappy, and the art looked pretty, in a grotesque, hellish way. My Crusader character Merelda was steadily leveling up, and I'd found a playstyle that suited my needs. So I was actually enjoying completing trivial quests by slashing away at endlessly respawning mobs. It was around 3 hours in when I hit level 20 that I actually started to feel immersed and interested in this quick play, run and quest experience. And then my phone died. So it was off my couch and onto my desktop to play the PC port of this mobile game. Only it was different. All the charm of a surprisingly good mobile game dissipated under the harsh light of modern PC gaming standards. Because while it looked nicer, the mobile-y nature of the game design became clearer, which made the experience feel cheaper outside of that context. I also suffered a number of crashes and frame rate dips that reminded me I was playing the PC port of a phone game. Unfortunately, my mobile capture doesn't do justice to just how much better Immortal feels on mobile. But trust me, it's a surprisingly better experience on a smaller screen. Despite all this, I experienced several moments where Diablo Immortal surprised and impressed me. From one-off puzzles to moving environments, there was enough variety that pushing through levels towards the endgame didn't feel like a slog, and I felt as though I was steadily getting more powerful. Each new environment felt unique, multiplayer rifts offered quick, visually exhilarating carnage, and auto-navigation meant I could effortlessly travel back to my quest giver to claim my tepid rewards.
Thank you, champion.
Yeah, give me some scraps. One of my favourite aspects was seeing so many players alongside me as I hacked and slashed through zones. And though I never successfully joined a warband, that's Immortal's version of a guild or raiding party, jumping into dungeons with strangers and friends was a fun, albeit brief, experience. It wasn't until I started having to grind out rifts and bounties just so I could progress the story that I was rudely reminded what kind of game this is.
Your reputation precedes you, friend.
No matter which platform you play it on, Diablo Immortal is through and through a mobile game experience. It just hides it well enough that you don't remember this until you've put 10 plus hours in. Okay, let's address the elephant in the menu. Microtransactions. I don't understand the microtransactions in Diablo Immortal, but not for lack of trying. Every time I opened the store, I was bombarded by a multitude of currencies, crests, and materials to purchase. I also discovered a rather unexciting battle pass, as well as some particularly expensive packs that seem to only slightly level stuff up. And sure, you can complete specific in-game actions to earn platinum, the pseudo-premium currency, but throughout my 20 plus hours of playing, I earned roughly $2 worth. Honestly, if I understood any of this, I'd be very upset. But I don't. So I was able to continue my diabolic descent without any harm to my wallet. And so should you. The strangest thing about Immortal is the complexity that comes with monetization. The glee I experienced every time a legendary dropped in Diablo 3 is now but a distant memory, as every big Immortal drop means getting loot that won't be as good as it could be if I were to punch in my credit card. And I just haven't felt compelled to put a cent into Diablo Immortal, or really dig into the intricacies of the loot system. Sure, the gear I'm picking up sucks, and I'm often short on the materials required to level it up, but due to the constant option to pay for a boost, I'm prepared to have a worse experience. It's due to this preparedness that I feel so uninvested in Diablo Immortal, and could take it or leave it whenever I want. As can my friends, who have all opted for the latter, leaving me alone in my 4-minute slot machine dungeons. So when Merelda the Crusader finally peaks, my game is over, uninstalled. Nudge me when Diablo 4 is out. Pass.